You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Break it down. They can't wait, it's just a minute more. We just got tired of doing what you do. That's a great boy. Yeah, that's a great boy. You can tell me what to do. Know who you're talking to. With your bad day, you stood away to blow back. What you got? They mentioned it out there. That's a great one. Yeah, that's a great one.
Come on over and say some words. Give it up for Mike Libertore!
Real quick, just want to thank Dexter Jackson for bringing me out. I think there was supposed to be another guest poser. My fiance, Christina Boynich, is here. She's IFBB bikini pro. I think she's walking around. She's gonna maybe, she's up front. I gotta thank her for putting up with me and all this bodybuilding stuff. So everybody here, thank you for supporting the athletes, your husband and wives, sons, daughters, girlfriends, boyfriends, all that stuff. It's difficult, and you know, we're up here by ourselves, and I'm sure you've heard it before. You need a lot of positive, you know, people around you when you're doing this. It's difficult. We can be difficult. We apologize. I apologize. But it's a passion, and it's great to see a good turnout, and you know, everybody cooperate and get in spirit with everybody. So thank you, appreciate it, Dex. Thanks again. Have a good night.
Lamar Byrd Jr. at the 2012 Dexter Jackson with one of the guest posers, Mike Libertore. How's it going today?
Doing pretty good. You know, happy to be here. So yeah. It's a little bit of rain outside, but you know, it's Florida. It's going to happen.
It's Florida for you. It rains every day for about an hour. So it's been a quiet year for you, man. You've been competing a lot the past couple years. You're taking this year off, but you also have some clients you're prepping. So tell us about what your off season has been going on.
You know, it's been nice for a change to be able to kind of do what I want to do and train when I want to train. Just because you know, when you always have dates in mind, you know, you're always under the gun, and you know, sometimes. It just wears you out, burns you out, and you know, I think most guys who make decent improvements have some time to take off to themselves and their family and you know, friends, and you know, you need that a little bit instead of always having your foot on the accelerator, go. So training's been good. It's been a little bit more relaxed, which I like, but at the same time I think it's been beneficial. And I got a couple clients that are out there that keep me busy and stuff, and my fiance Christina, Voynich or whatever, she's competed earlier this year. She's got something coming up, so it's nice to be able to just concentrate on her instead of me.
Right.
So we'll see. I'm probably shooting for something early next year. I don't know, maybe something later this year. There's no rules. So just we'll see how I feel. Right now it's just kind of relax and going with the flow.
Right. So your off season this year, what have been your focus areas? Because I've always liked your physique. I really haven't seen too many flaws per se. Maybe just they say the size department, but what's been your main focus?
I think they say I need a little bit more front to back thickness, so I'm trying. Been working on my chest a little bit more. Definitely change the training up. Can't do like a lot of traditional just benching because it just doesn't work for me and my physique and the way I'm built. That's a funny thing. You gotta figure out your physique and how I'm built and how you build are two different things. So exercises work differently.
Right.
We're not mechanically the same. So I've done some things differently and been trying to keep my chest fuller and bringing up my back. It's hard with short arms, man. It's like you got wide shoulders, so your range of motion's shorter. So I'm trying to find things that work better for me, but it's been a lot of volume and not a lot of rest. You just keep pushing. That way, my form is good, but at the same time, like you just get crazy pumps, and I've been sore like pretty much every workout. I'm sore, and I'm sore for days. So I'm really hoping that it translates to what I want to see on stage, and that's just 4 or 5 pounds heavier, somewhere in the upper 220s, so then I could start get into the 230s, another year from now, and I think at 5'7", if I could be anywhere between 228 and 235 on stage, and just full and hard, that I could be decently competitive.
Yep.
So we'll see.
And still have the vacuum. One of the only guys that can pull the vacuum.
I used to do that when I was like a little kid, and never knowing it. People always run around like it looks like you haven't eaten in days or something, So I've just been able to do that. But yeah, I mean, keeping my physique more classic and keeping my waistline in is something that I have to do, because if I don't, I know I'm gonna get drilled on it. People are gonna say, this is what we like to see, this is what we want to see from you. You need to get better. But if you start changing things and I start going too big, too much, and I lose my waistlines and I lose my lines, then I'm just a short, blocky guy that doesn't have the aesthetics that I once had, and I know that just won't work for me. So I gotta when they say to a fighter, you gotta fight your fight and not do what everybody else. That's just me. So I gotta stay in my own game and not let anybody else get in my head that I have to do what they're doing. Yes, getting bigger and progressing is part of the sport, but in due time. So I hopefully this off season I've accomplished that. So
one last question here. I know you kind of do prep yourself, or you kind of bounce it with a few other people this off season. Have you kind of worked with anyone in particular, or has it kind of just been you just trial and error with yourself? How have you gone about that?
I've done most of it myself. I mean, I'm friends with Mel Chansey and stuff. So Big Mel's out on the south side. We bounce things off of one another. He's friends, with Chad Nichols, and I've picked his brain a little bit. Even why am I?
Just some guy.
You're playing. No. Why am I pulling a name blank? Shoot. Chris Aceto. I'm sorry, Chris. My bad. I'm just pulling. My brain's not working. Guys like that, I like to hear different theories and different philosophies. I learn. You can't stick with one thing. So it's great to be able to talk to those guys and maybe see what's maybe working with somebody like that in the future. But I like being able to do my own thing. It's just the last 2 weeks you just don't want to think. So that's when I don't want to do it.
Right.
You don't want to second guess, and you want somebody to keep telling you you're right on point.
All right, well, thanks for your time, Mike. This wraps it up here at Dexter Jackson.